What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Champ and the Tramp podcast. Thanks for being with us. Today's episode is brought to you by Corona Seltzer. Sometimes me and my man, we just like to sit down here and kick it after the show's over and sip on a couple Coronas and nothing better.
These are very tasty. You know I'm about to go dieting soon
I
because
know.
I got a fight coming
I'm
up.
impressed.
And I'm looking at the box. 0 carbs, 0 grams of sugar, and only 90 calories. Looks like this is on the meal plan, this can.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Corona Seltzer. Get yours today.
Like it just, I drink
It sucks. Yeah,
I drink like fucking 2 gallons of water a day, like already. So once I cut out the water, like when I can only drink a gallon, I'm like, fuck, like, this isn't enough water. So that's probably like the only thing that sucks.
You drink 2 gallons even now?
Yeah.
Damn,
Yeah.
bro. You're not pissing all the time? Your body's just used to it?
No, I pulled over the car while I was driving here and took a piss in the bottle.
Wait, you pulled over and pissed in a bottle?
Yeah.
Why not just piss on the side of the road?
I peed on the side of the road. I had a bottle with me in case I had to.
Yeah, I was going to say, you could bottle for the car.
But I train so much, so like, I'm fucking sweating all the time, so I'm drinking so much fucking water, you know. But
real show, here we go. Real show, here we go. You know that it's gotta be that time, so this is what we chant. What keeps on getting them all amped in advance? Come on. You and I rocking out with Iron Man, FE. You get the general's point of view on top of Roger's rants. Whenever tapping out, we're putting the most minutes in. You already know what that's about, you know that winners win. Crush whatever's on task, check the podcast. It's the Champ and the Tramp, let the bomb blast.
Boom, you're live. Tell them what you're doing.
What's up, everybody? We are live. All right.
Live. Hey, Champ and the Tramp, welcome to the show. We're live. Rogers
I was going to give the moment of silence. That's what he wanted at first.
All right, well, we're starting.
All right, never mind. Frankie doesn't want to do the moment of silence. We are live. We are live streaming our very first podcast here at Champ and the Tramp. Super excited about today. Super excited about our guest. We have Sean Brady on. CFFC former champion, UFC welterweight, up-and-comer, fighting out of Philly.
Yes,
He's
sir.
here today with us.
Undefeated.
3-3 in the UFC. Took the ride out here from Philly today to come see us. Thank you so much.
And I gotta say, I train with Eddie. You train with Eddie.
Yeah.
Eddie Alvarez, good friend of mine, known forever. I mean, he speaks so highly of you.
Yeah.
And underground king.
Yeah,
what he
that's a
says,
big,
what he says is
Yeah.
real. So props to Sean, man. I think you're gonna be a champion in the future, man. That's what I hear from Eddie. And
Eddie.
he tells me, like, yeah, man, bro. Sometimes it makes me feel like I'm not strong. I'm like, bro, you make me feel like I'm not strong.
Dude, Eddie, I love Eddie to death. Even like before I even started, I just started training with Eddie during quarantine. Like I hit him up. I'm like, yo, I know you're not going to be making it down to Jersey. We got small groups training. I was like, let me know if you want to get it in. And it started from there. But before that, Eddie got me signed to the UFC. Like he called up Dana White for me and got me signed. And I met Eddie like a few times just from being in Philly, but before that we never trained. Like me and Eddie are close now.
Yeah.
I text him every day pretty much, and but yeah, he just called up Dana. I was on my way to jiu-jitsu. He was like, "Yo, Dana's going to be reaching out to your manager," and I was like, "All right, whatever." Next day, I had a 4-fight deal, and it was because of Eddie. Like I just fought,
Awesome.
I just defended my belt, and I was just waiting for the next call. He was like, "You didn't get signed yet?" I was like, "Nah, man, I'm just waiting." And sure enough, he wasn't even in the UFC anymore. He just got signed to one.
Right.
And just goes to show you how much pull Eddie has.
Yeah,
so
hell yeah.
I owe a lot to Eddie, and I'm still, if Eddie needs me for whatever he needs from me, I'm there for him.
Yeah,
That's
well,
awesome.
like I said, he
love
speaks
him,
highly of you. And
It's quite an endorsement.
yeah, I was really looking forward to that fight with you at Bilal.
I think everybody was.
Yeah.
I feel like you guys have similar styles.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And
He,
you both bring it too.
The world works in mysterious ways.
Yeah.
It's almost a blessing that it worked out that way. He just tested positive for COVID-19, so probably he would have. The odds are
Stuff
he would have
could've
regardless.
Maybe been a little bit different. Like who knows?
Yeah, you never know, right?
But if I would have went through camp and then get ready to go to Vegas today, and then he would have tested positive, I would have been sick. You know, it goes into training camps, and I don't know many people more dedicated to fighting and training and covering every aspect of the game than me.
Yeah.
So I put a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of time away from her
Sacrifice,
and my family. Yeah, so it's tough. But I think me and Bilal would have matched up well. I think he's really good everywhere. I just think I was a little bit better everywhere. And we'll be fighting eventually.
Yeah, I'm
so,
sure. I'm sure you guys will cross paths.
Yeah.
We should say, too, we didn't introduce Kristen. Sean's girlfriend came in to sit with us today.
Yes.
She's a frontline worker. She's a nurse in Philly, so everybody should tip their hat to her.
Yes.
And
Yes.
we may get some really good inside gossip on Sean, too, because it's not typically they
true.
bring their significant others with them. So this is good stuff right here.
This
Get
is
the
true.
dirt.
We're going to
Dirt.
find out if he cries at sad movies, if he farts in the bathtub. We're going to get it all today.
She'll definitely.
Roger cries
embarrass
after
me.
sex. Roger cries after sex.
I cry at tampon commercials. Used to do a lot of drugs back in the day. I burnt a lot of endorphins out. So.
That's all right. Where were you guys at today? Were you guys shooting?
No,
A buddy of ours open. Go ahead.
yeah.
Frankie.
Go ahead. A buddy of ours opened up a gun store. Well, he
Oh,
remodeled
nice.
his place and had like a grand opening.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jersey's tough on
guns, yeah, it's
right?
tough.
Jersey, New
man.
York are probably the top 2 in the country for
You have to like get a permit to even own a gun.
Yeah.
Right?
firearms ID cards.
Yeah, and then for handguns, you have to get a permit for each one of them.
You can't. There's no carrying in.
No,
in
no,
Jersey, right?
no open
Cops only.
carry, nothing.
Only
Just,
cops.
yeah.
Yep.
It's tough.
I shouldn't
PA
say.
is different,
I shouldn't
right?
say
PA, you
none.
You just go to fucking Cabela's and get something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. Well, to get your license to carry, it's a
Post
little harder
office.
in Philly.
Yeah.
Like they just had it all closed because of COVID. So I was trying to get my license to carry for a while, and going down there, it's just packed. Like Philly's insane.
Yep.
But they just reopened it, so now you can apply for it online. So I'm gonna.
I have my concealed carry in 3 states, but Jersey's not.
You
you're not,
can have them in other states.
Yeah, you can get them as a non-resident. You know,
Okay.
get them in Florida is probably
Yeah.
one of the easier states to get them in. Is
Okay.
Florida. I have Vermont and New Hampshire, so that
Okay.
permits me for like 40
But
states,
like,
but not.
So you're gonna go to Florida and then catch some
strapped
heat?
up.
Get some
Listen,
heat,
man,
you know
we
what I'm
got
saying?
we
What
got
you gonna
we
do?
got some crazy times ahead of us. So who knows what might happen? Who knows? But
Right before all this hit, I went right to the gun store. I had a couple, and I just got a shotgun. I was
Yep.
literally in and out of the store in like
Yeah.
a half hour
Yeah.
just with this. But
with long rifles, it's easier than
yeah,
pistols to get.
yeah,
so,
you know,
yeah.
like
But
you
even
said,
us though, if I want to buy a rifle, it's gonna take fucking 4
Yeah.
days. I gotta go there, register it.
yeah, but
Take 4 days.
Shit's
What'd you get for a
shit's getting
shotgun?
Weird. I think it was a Mossberg 500. Just
Yeah,
something
the
that's
500
simple.
can't go wrong. I got the 590.
I got the
tactical,
pistol
but-
grip
yeah.
one. I
Mine-
don't even know
I-
if that's
I
like
can-
very tactical, but it shit looks dope as hell.
I can switch. I can switch the stock to a little pistol grip.
yeah,
so it's
yeah.
better for your house.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
because you
you can swing that shit around.
Yeah.
Times are going to be weird soon, so you gotta
sure.
gotta be ready.
For
that's
sure.
Yeah, man.
So you grew up as an athlete?
Nah, I mean, I kind of grew up I was always a strong kid, like lifting weights in high school, and I was lifting.
We heard from the podcast, the
Yeah,
Island
yeah,
Podcast
yeah.
guys. So there's a story about you, right? This is before you were
I
a
don't even know
fighter,
if
I
that's
think.
true. It
Did
might
you
be-
hear it?
Yeah,
Franny told the
Fred,
story?
That dude's hilarious.
Dude, he's a riot. He's a freaking riot. I think we got a gig with them coming up, and I'm looking forward to it. But he told the story that it was a house party apparently, and they
Yeah.
were all there, and you were irate about something. Probably a girl was involved or something, and you came into the party, and I guess just the veins popping out of your neck, and
He said- he
crawled
said he hid under the
he
bed.
literally crawled under the bed
Dude,
to hide from you.
I do not remember that, but we like.
Well, you didn't see him. He was under the bed.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's true. Growing up in Philly, like we drank a lot.
Yeah.
We fought a lot in
Yeah.
neighborhoods, and we did a lot
That's
of
what
dumb
Eddie
shit.
says.
You know, that's
Yeah.
what
Kensington. He
that's
was
what
like,
everyone-
you just fought.
I was
man.
from the Northeast. Like Kensington's kind of they consider it the Northeast now, but Kensington's the hood.
Yeah,
I
that's
grew
what
up in
everybody
Northeast
says.
Philly.
Okay.
I grew up in a nicer part, but we
Yeah.
just fought each other like
Yeah.
on the weekends. That's what we did.
It's the nature. It's the nature.
Yeah, I have 3
Yeah.
brothers. Like my
Oh,
brothers
yeah.
beat me up.
There you
and
go. What, older brothers?
I had 2 older brothers, 1 younger brother,
okay.
and me and my younger brother actually started training together. And we would like the days we would spar, we would literally have to be separated because like we would hit each other, and like he would start ripping his gloves off, and we'd really start fighting. And my coach Julio at the time would have to separate us. Yeah,
That's
but-
amazing.
Does he still fight and train?
No, he actually got hurt really bad, but they're all construction workers
Okay.
and do some hard shit.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
my
oh,
one
yeah.
brother's a firefighter, and
All right, that's
yeah,
right. In
so-
Philly?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome,
Yeah, in
man.
South Philly.
Yeah.
He just graduated over the summer.
Oh, wow, that's great.
So yeah, but I'm the only fighter now.
Yeah, yeah.
They come to all your fights, big supporters. You
Yeah, yeah. If
guys sound like the Diaz brothers, where everybody jumps over the fucking fence. If
Yeah,
shit goes down, your whole family's
if
in the
one
middle.
of us is fighting,
Yeah.
Then
we're,
you'll all jump in.
we're all
That's
fighting.
awesome.
So one of us is going down, we're all going down. But Vegas, like wherever I'm fighting,
They're-
they didn't come out this time, but we had a bunch of people still in Vegas, even though you couldn't come to the fight, you know.
Right.
But they kicked us out of the hotel afterwards, and I went and met up with all my people, and we hung out.
Yeah.
And So it's good.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah, I got a big support, so I'm lucky.
Good deal.
Yeah,
man.
that's always
seems like
good,
Philly
that-
always does, man.
Yeah,
People
definitely.
are scared to go out there to watch the Eagles because they're scared they won't come home.
Philly's
you know?
weird though. Like when Eddie was champ, and he was fighting Connor, I remember like seeing guys from the neighborhood like posting just like on Connor's dick,
Yeah,
like,
dude.
talking like against Eddie, and it made me. I still have like a Facebook status I made. It just made me so mad.
Yeah, I don't like
Eddie
that
was
shit.
from the city,
Yeah,
like,
man.
but it's just all these people on Connor's dick, you know,
Yeah.
and that's what it is.
They
but,
see him as famous dude. and-
yeah, like you need to support your hometown guy. Like
Of
even if
course.
they're from your country, like support
Yeah.
your guys. So
I agree.
Philly's a little weird in that aspect, but I'm lucky. Most people give me a lot of love and
Yeah.
not too many haters. So
So we
That's
were-
good to have a city behind you.
Years
you know?
ago,
Yeah.
this guy's a legend in TR. He always shouts TR. Tom's ever out after every fight. Beloved around here. But I can think of one time we were at JR's watching your fight, one of your fights. I don't even remember who you were fighting. And there was one, you were fighting BJ Penn. That's who you were fighting. I think it was your last fight. I think it was when you retired him. And there was one guy in there with like a BJ Penn shirt on and his girl in JR's of all places, like your fucking hometown. And, bro, he got booed out of the place. He ended up
Hell
leaving,
yeah.
bro. I couldn't believe it. I was like,
The fuck
I was like,
outta
why
here.
would this guy be in here cheering? Like, there's a huge, billboard of Frankie on the outside.
Yeah.
He's like best friends with the owner.
Yeah,
like
why are
I
you
was like,
here?
what are you doing, bro? And then he just ended up leaving midway through.
it's usually people who like are that from your neighborhood. Like it's someone. It's never anyone doing better than you.
Yeah, yeah.
Nah, yeah, right.
No one's ever
right.
going to talk shit about you that's doing better than you, because if they're doing other shit, but it's just these guys at home, keyboard warriors.
Yeah, yeah.
So I try
That's
not
what
to
it
get
is.
caught up in it. I'm no one right now, but I know eventually I gotta watch myself.
Did Eddie ever share his idea with you about the keyboard warrior
bro.
show, TV show?
Troll Patrol.
Called Troll
Dude,
Patrol.
it's fucking,
It's genius.
I'm sure someone hasn't taken it.
Did you guys talk about it?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think
it's genius, man.
It is.
You can't obviously show up and ring somebody's doorbell.
Explain it to the
Okay,
people.
so Eddie Alvarez, who was on the show, that went. Guys, we're back. Sorry about that. We had some technical difficulties there. We did some reformatting, but we're back with Sean Brady, champion
wait.
and Tramp.
So what were you just saying?
I was just talking about Eddie. Obviously,
Yeah, the
Sean and Eddie are from the
right.
same area. They train together. Eddie had a great idea. Sean was just talking about trolls on the internet and how people talk shit. And I know we've discussed this before, but I don't know if Sean heard it. Eddie had this ingenious idea for a TV show called Troll Patrol. He would have named it, and it's essentially you would have tech guys that are knowledgeable about how to track IT addresses and stuff, figure out where people live, the biggest shit talkers on the internet, figure out where they live, and then you go to their house with a camera crew, obviously, and producers, and you can't call them out, you can't beat the shit out of somebody, obviously for legality reasons, but you say, listen, if you're so badass and you're so tough, come train with me for like 5 days.
Yeah.
And you can
gotta
do
hang
it
with
with,
me.
but you can do it with a fighter, with a basketball player, anything.
And you could spar with them. You could spar headgear and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I mean, there's
you could put some. You could put a fucking beating on something.
Bully
Yeah.
beat.
Yeah.
Listen,
Yeah.
somehow Bully Beatdown got
that was
insurance
crazy.
and made it on
That
show. I don't know how.
Crazy.
I remember the bully
It's-
knocked the dude out.
Yes,
Like, the
yes,
guy got
yes.
the head kick.
Eddie was
Yeah,
talking
we were
about it,
talking
yeah.
about it. Yeah,
But Eddie was
Eddie
saying these
was on
guys
it.
didn't.
Bro.
He's like, he's like, yeah, I'm going. These guys didn't even know each other.
Yeah.
Like the bullies. and
Yeah,
shit.
that's what he was
I don't
saying.
even know that
They
guy.
filmed like a whole season in one day. It's crazy.
yeah.
But it's Bully Beatdown meets Catfish,
Yeah.
essentially.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah,
mean? That's
right,
kind of what
right.
it is. But it's an ingenious
I
idea.
don't know how it's not a show yet.
I don't know.
Yeah, for
I don't
real.
know.
Well, it's because of
Eddie-
liability. That's
Yeah.
why.
Right. It's
You
gotta
had-
be.
You would have to do grappling. But like you know, like you could get you could hurt somebody in a grappling
hell
round.
yeah.
You know, like sparring's a little bit different. You can't have
Right.
someone just beating the shit out of some
Yeah,
dude
yeah.
from the
Yeah,
street.
yeah.
But like you could do like a wrestling match, do like a fight, do
Like,
rounds.
yo, let's
do
like
rounds
fucking
of-
run these hills,
Yeah,
motherfucker. How
do-
many hills can you run right
Right,
now?
right, right.
do
You know,
rounds
shit
of
like that.
jiu-jitsu, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
But it's a fucking good idea.
Well, Pros versus Joes was another one too.
That
Similar,
is, yeah.
similar idea. Do you remember Pros versus
Yeah.
Joes?
You know
Yeah.
Charlie Brenneman?
Yeah.
He was a pros versus Joe. He's
Was
a
he
pros
really?
versus Joe
Really?
champion. Him and his brother. Yeah, they won
He
pros
was good
versus
friends
Joe.
with
Yeah.
Gianni
Yeah,
Laval.
yeah,
He's
yeah,
good friends
yeah.
with Joe. I met him a few times. He came out the gate looking good, and then he just went up against some stiff competition. And
He beat Rick Story. You know, I
Yeah.
think
Yep.
that was like his. He took a short notice
Rumble
fight against
Johnson,
him.
like-
oh, bro,
like
Rumble.
I thought he killed him.
Rumble was at
wasn't-
170,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
That's crazy.
He wasn't a big 70-pounder.
No.
He eventually
No.
moved down to 55.
55, he
I
did,
think,
yeah.
and he did.
He did all right.
He fought
Yeah.
some tough guys
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
But
He had 5 pounds of hair on his head.
Yeah.
I trained with him a few times. I trained with him at art school, Daniel's gym, and then at Henzo's in New York.
Yeah,
I trained
yeah.
with him, and he's a super nice guy.
Yep.
Super good dude.
Every
I
time
wrestled
I
him
met
back
him,
in
she
college.
was-
Back in the day,
Yeah,
he wrestled
he's-
for Lockhaven.
He was a CFFC champ too.
Yeah, yeah.
Everyone's kind of came
Run through there.
CF
Hell yeah, man.
CFFC,
That's big.
Ring of Combat.
It
Should do it. Where are they now? Like, what is Charlie Brenneman doing now? Do you think?
I know he does he's a motivational speaker,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
He
I
does a
follow
lot
him
of
on Twitter. He does that.
yeah. Self-help. He writes books and stuff. Self-help, I guess you call it, right?
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah, I can't believe fucking Rumble was making
Dude,
70.
my God.
Well, I don't think he's ever actually made it.
I seen him. Chris McCray. We were out in Seattle. Chris McCray fought. And they all doing their IVs in a room afterwards. Back when you could do IVs.
Yeah.
I didn't even recognize this.
He looks so sucked out, right?
You can't even tell.
So,
And then also an hour later, boom! Oh, there he is.
Even at 85,
crazy.
he was I think
monster.
he missed.
Yeah, he missed a couple
But
times.
he fought Vitor and he fucking dropped and I think Vitor eventually armbarred him. But now he's fought at light heavyweight, heavyweight.
Isn't there a little chatter about him coming back?
He just signed the belt.
Oh, he did. Okay.
And they signed Yoel Romero.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Corey's
Well,
over there.
you knew
Shit's
Yoel was
stacked.
going
Musasi.
over there.
Musasi's going to move up, and then
Yeah.
they had that dude that just beat Ryan Bader.
Yeah, dude.
Russian dude.
The Nemkov.
Hit him with a head kick.
Yeah.
So
He looked good. That dude looked really good.
And Ryan Bader's looked really good.
yeah.
So for him to do that to Ryan,
yeah, hell yeah.
Rumble and Ryan Bader fought, so they have a potential fight right there. So it's Bellator.
And then Ruth, right? No, not Ruth. Phil Davis. Yeah, Phil Davis.
Leona
Ruth is
Leona Machida's still in there.
Yeah, you're right.
So they got
Tito probably should come back and shit.
I think they were saying Tito versus somebody they just cut.
Mike Tyson?
No.
I heard that. I seen that too though somewhere.
They were saying DC. They were trying to have
DC?
DC's like, I'm not fucking boxing Mike Tyson.
No,
all right, he's
hell
like, I'm
no.
a fucking
hell
idiot.
No. Yeah.
But Bellator's got a nice light heavyweight division.
They do, man. They do.
Shit's stacked.
Corey posted. I guess he posted a meme where he's eating cereal and it says Corey Anderson and the cereal is Bellator light heavyweights, and then a kid walks in the room and it says Anthony Johnson. He's like, man, I can't have shit in this house.
I saw that.
He's a scary dude, man.
Yeah.
He was fucking people up for a while. So
he might be one of the hardest hitters in UFC. Him and Ngannou.
He left,
but I tell you what, man, I'll fucking give Corey gets him tired, boy.
Yeah. And I think
Corey's got a
motor.
Corey's
got a shot to beat any of those guys.
Yeah,
you know?
for sure, he does.
He's like, right, I'm almost like a 170-pound Corey. You know,
yeah,
fuck
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Wrap you up, take you
Hell
fuck
yeah,
down,
man.
strangle you. Fuck
exactly.
that.
Bro, and you didn't grow up wrestling, right?
Never wrestled.
Muay Thai, right? You got a Muay Thai background?
Yeah, I started doing Muay Thai, and I kind of started doing everything around the same time. But
Okay.
I started doing jiu-jitsu, and then I fell in love with jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where I started
gotta
doing
wrestle,
MMA,
yeah.
and then I started grappling and wrestling. And people ask me all the time, like, where'd you wrestle? What high school? What college? I'm like, never wrestled a day in my life.
That's great, man.
Yeah. So.
And he said, he's like, bro, you would think you wrestled, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
You're from PA, bro. All you motherfuckers know wrestle. Come on.
I got the ears too.
There you
so,
go. Yeah.
They're my jiu-jitsu ears. But now I'm proud of like being a black belt in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah,
and,
hell yeah. Under Daniel, right?
Under Daniel, and Daniel
that's
and
great.
Henzo are
Yeah,
cousins,
yeah.
and all from the same lineage.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
so it's something to be proud of. for
Yeah,
sure.
absolutely, man. That's
Fighting a guy from Australia next. Same last name as me, Jake Matthews, right?
Yeah.
bitch, probably.
Yeah. Just based on the last name. Well, you're gonna make him a bitch anyway,
I'm
right?
gonna have to. He's good. He's he used to fight at 55.
Yep.
He's been in the
Right,
UFC
okay,
since he was like
For a while, right?
19.
Yeah.
Tough champion, right? Not a champion, but he was in Tough House, right?
Yeah, I think he
Yep.
made it to like the semis or something like
Right.
that. He fought Kevin Lee at 55.
Yes.
He's fought some big names at 55.
Yeah.
He just beat Diego Sanchez.
Diego
Yeah, yeah,
Sanchez.
right.
That ain't saying
Yep.
much, but
But
it's still Diego.
Big
and
name, yeah.
He's 17-4.
Yeah.
That's a good fucking record.
Yeah, it's
and,
a great.
James Vick, I think, was on his resume. No. Or-
James Vick guillotined him.
Okay,
Oh,
yep.
so-
We lost to him, yeah.
So
But that's
I'll be
a
paid to-
Duly noted.
Duly noted.
yeah.
I've been known to have a good guillotine. So,
Bro, come on. You're a fucking Gracie black belt. You better have a good
yeah,
guillotine.
for sure. I learned some good shit from just watching Ricardo.
Bro,
like,
Ricardo's
his,
money, dude.
His
Yeah.
chokes are fucking
his
legit.
arm and guillotine. Him and Henzo, that's the arm and guillotine. They're
Yeah.
amazing with it.
Jonathan used to train with all you guys, and he's brought some good shit over from Ricardo. So
What's Jonathan up to these days?
coaching,
Yeah?
he's one of my main coaches
Oh,
now.
nice. Awesome.
He still trains, but
Yeah.
he's got the gym and he's got
Yeah.
2 kids, and he's competing a little jiu-jitsu.
Nice.
He's trying to get that weight back down.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
he's got some
Get a
dad
little-
pounds.
Dad
Dad
bod.
weight.
Yeah, I know something
Yeah.
about that.
Dude, he's Jonathan. When I first met Jonathan, used to whoop my ass. He just came over from training with you
Right,
guys,
right,
and I think if he would have gave it his full potential, he would be.
Yeah.
But life
It's
takes
tough.
you in, man. It's tough.
Life takes you in different directions sometimes.
Yeah, you know more than anybody. It's a selfish ass.
Yeah, hell
sport.
yeah. Hell yeah.
So having kids ain't in my future for a little bit.
Yeah,
I got a dog. I'm a dog.
Kristen, how do you feel about that?
I'm fine with it.
You all right with it? All right.
We got. I'm 28. We got some years. So.
Yeah,
You got
you
some
do.
years.
Bro, I didn't have my first child till I was 39.
Yeah.
It's more
So-
the women have the
10
biological.
years ago, huh?
Yeah,
10 years ago.
15 years ago. Not that far off. You don't have to fight the biological claw guys don't, so you're good. So
yeah. So eventually, I want to get more established and keep getting my paychecks bigger and
That's it, man.
You know, try to stack some bread and then we'll go from there.
That's good. Keep the focus. Kids definitely. But kids, I mean, you know, I had kids and. They give you purpose. Like you fight, you fight because you want to fight right now. And that's how I got it. I wanted to fight.
There's 2 schools of thought.
But once you have kids,
right.
you know, I still fight for you. Still like you, no matter what. No matter what you have, kids, you better fight for yourself because it's you in there.
Yeah.
But your kids give you like purpose a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. One day.
Yeah. Take your time.
I heard. What were you watching? You guys had the Korean zombie fight on, and Tino said to you, he's got a nice elbow.
I was like, motherfucker. I'm like, that kid's headlock was pretty good, bro.
When your 10-year-old is talking shit to you.
Oh man,
they all wrestle, right?
My older one does, but my middle one he competes more. You know,
nice.
he's
I'm sure that's
after a little bit
that's fun for you.
I love it. It's fun. I mean, it's a pain in the ass too because he's a little dickhead trying to. You know, no one wants to learn from their dad. Yeah, you know what I mean. Right. I'm trying. You're fucking trying the wrong thing, my man.
Yeah. Well, at least his dad's Frank Yeager and not fucking Joe Blow.
Yeah,
yelling.
true.
Does that make it worse for him though?
Yeah,
is the expectation higher? You know what I mean?
I'm just saying, as far as like. I'm pointing out shit. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm not just some like, Dad, what are you doing, man? Go harder. And I'm like, yo, you got to pick your head up or do this, do that. And he's just fucking giving me the mean mug. I'm like, yo, you little bitch.
That happens all the time with like the kids doing jiu-jitsu. Like their parents are yelling on the sideline. And they can't even run around the block probably without getting tired. They're trying to tell these kids what to do.
At Elite Wrestling where Steve Rivera, like, the parents are outside. They're not even allowed in. They're not allowed in. You know?
I've seen a lot
and
more
they're all
that.
fucking like, you got like fog coming up on the glass because they're staring at the fucking window.
Banging on the window.
That's the way it should be, though. Kids are nervous, like their parents watching and shit. Dad's yelling at them. So it's probably better like that.
Yeah, you know, wrestling dads are fucking crazy.
Jake Matthews, black belt as well, right?
Yeah.
So you guys, where do you think that fight goes?
Think
you end up
I think it's going to end up on the mat.
Yeah.
You know, I like to strike, but my ground's definitely my
bread and butter.
My bread and butter, you know. But it's funny, like the more confident you get in your striking, you see a lot of these wrestlers like they start knocking dudes out.
That's this guy's story right here. When he first got the UFC,
then you forget about your wrestling. I'm not going to forget about my grappling, no matter how good my hands get, my kicks get. I wanna put you on the ground. I want to submit you.
Yeah,
you know?
hell yeah.
Fuck that.
Take the path of least resistance.
That was Frankie's story, man. Started out as really a wrestler. Most of his early matches, you know, Tyson Griffin, they ended up on the mat, and then he kind of found the confidence in his hands, I would say, around Sean Sherk time, right? And then
that's when, I guess. I definitely had some. I was always willing to stand. Always. You know, most
of your fights now are standing, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Well, guys
get better.
You evolve,
harder. It's tiring, too, when I've been there. You take a guy down, they get right the fuck back up. I fought Court McGee. My UFC debut, I took him down. That motherfucker stood right back up.
Yeah. He's good, though.
Shit.
You got to give him some credit.
I dropped him, too. He got right back up. I was like, but I knew what I was getting myself into. I was
with him,
Court's a tough motherfucker.
Right. Yeah.
This is going to be a 15-minute
He's seen
fight.
some dark side, too, you know. So I think people that have been on that, walked that way, you know, got a little different way about them.
Yeah, I knew what I was getting myself into that fight. So you got to be willing to go 15 hard, you know.
Yeah, You had a performance
25, baby,
victory,
25.
Right?
Yeah.
25 hard.
25 hard.
That's
25 eventually. But
yeah.
I got a performance of the night, my last fight, which was very nice.
Hell
nice little bonus.
Yeah. It's always
very nice. So try to get some more of those in my in my future.
I mean, you know, you always. I'm not a visualizer. People like visualize. I don't visualize, but I guess I do because I always visualize. What am I going to say in my interview after my fight when I win? You know, so I guess that's kind of a visualization. Yeah, and I start counting my money as if I won, as if I won the performance of the night. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you're right though, man. Like if you lose, you only get half your paycheck. If you lose, your money doesn't go up on each side.
Right.
If you lose, your record takes that hit. You know, so it's.
What do you think about that, Lo? You think that's got to change?
I'd rather it be a flat purse, but I get it where they say it gives you more incentive to go out there, but we're fucking going in there to fight.
You're still train the same.
We're gonna fight no matter what, you know. Right. So whether you're getting $1,000 or you're getting $100,000, I think it should be a flat purse though. But
I agree. Because boxing's a flat fee, pretty much.
But yeah, I don't see it changing for a while.
No.
I'm super happy with the UFC. I just renegotiated my contract. I hear people say bad shit, but it's usually people who aren't doing the best. You know, if you win fights, your money's going to go up. Obviously, we all think we deserve the world, and we do. But the UFC is giving us the platform to make money even during all this crazy shit.
Yeah.
I ain't complaining.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah, winning has a way of taking care of things. You know?
Did you guys agree with them cutting Yoel Romero? I mean, he's a veteran, an amazing fighter. But did you think it was time?
I don't know. It's always, you never know what's going on. You know what I mean? Because it does seem weird they got rid of him. He did lose 4 to 5.
He was,
but I mean, dude,
1-4 in his last.
They were all great.
But
fights,
he could headline any
lost,
fight and sell a fight. You know, so he definitely had some value. I don't know if he just was making too much, and they were like, yeah, let's cut him.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what it's looking like. The older guys who aren't doing as well, they're kind of like, I can pay 3 younger guys for the price of this one older guy, you know. So they're they said they're making 60 cuts by the end of the year.
It's fucking crazy.
I was like, I just renegotiate. Thank God, I'm good, you know. It's scary, man. It's scary, but I'm in a good spot, so I'm stoked.
Yeah, no, honestly, UFC has always done good by me.
Yeah,
everyone bitches, you know.
Yeah,
everybody wants. I don't give a fuck what job you walk into. You want to get paid more? Of course, they're gonna say yes. Yeah. You know, and I'll be honest. Since I got into now and I won a lot, the pay goes up, man. That's just what you gotta do. You gotta win if you want that to happen. You know.
At the end of the day, no matter what you do, you're always like, I want more. I want more. You gotta be in it to be in it. I'd fight if I wasn't making $1. You know, I'd work a 9 to 5 and I'd fight because I love training. But fighting gives me the freedom to. I wake up. Obviously, we have certain scheduled practices, but I do what I want with my time, and that's what fighting. It's giving me, like, it's almost the best thing to me is I get to choose, I get to go train, and that's what I love to do. I wake up, I train, and that's it.
I mean, that's everybody's dream is to do what they love as a job.
Yeah,
you know?
I'm super
But
lucky.
don't tell your girl that too much. That she'll be like, well, I know, that's my wife. Just because you like doing it. Listen, because I like doing what I do doesn't mean it's fucking hard.
Yeah,
it's not hard, you know?
There's definitely days where I'd rather not be getting punched in my face, but most of them are good days.
Yeah,
and she's been with me since my last amateur fight, so.
I think it's amazing that guys like you get to do what you want to do, but it's next level to want to, you know, get punched in the face. Not want to, but take the risk. That we've had a lot of guys sit on that couch that are in the grappling world or whatever, and we say, "Why would you ever make?" And they just say, "I don't know how I feel about getting punched." I think if you question that, it's probably not the sport for you.
No,
you
gotta,
know what I mean?
I enjoy it, man. Like when I'm getting like hard sparring, like I like it. Like like a good fight, like. You get hit. Obviously, you're trying to hit that motherfucker more than he's going to hit you. But you got to enjoy that shit, or else it's not for you.
Yeah, embrace it. You got to embrace.
Did you embrace all 4,800?
Yeah, I embraced all.
Give me 49.
keep them coming. Yeah. Don't you got like the most time in the octagon?
Most time in.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a good stat.
If his eyes just start wandering each way, you know, he has something to do with that.
You looked great your last fight.
Thank you.
I know a lot of people are like, oh, Frankie's getting old. I'm like, that's one of the best I think I've seen you. You know?
Thank you.
You look great, man. So
I'm same as you, man. I definitely dedicate myself. I do all the right things. Yeah. I never have regrets. You know, that's the thing. I always feel like if I do everything I'm supposed to do, eat right, sleep right, train right, think right, show up. Win or lose, you can't get mad at that.
That's the hardest part, showing up.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, for sure.
And
I mean, I haven't done everything right except show up sometimes. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, to other people, like, yo, you still fought a good fight, but to me, you know, to my ability.
Oh, every time I fight, I'm like, fuck. Like, I feel like I look like shit, and then I go back and watch. I'm like, that wasn't that bad. But
that's good. That's a good thing, bro. Because
you're your own worst critic.
That's a good thing. I feel like even sparring, I'm like, I'll spar, and I'm like, dude, I did so shitty. Fuck. And I'll look, I'm like, it wasn't that bad. Yeah. There's dudes that will do real shitty. You're like, you see that punch? Yeah. You see that shit I landed? That's not good.
If I give up a takedown or if I give up like a punch combo in my mind, like for the rest of the day, I'm like, fuck. But it makes me like the next day I'm like, all right, I got this. I'm gonna work on this. So it makes me work harder.
That's good. Yeah, you got the right mindset for that.
His last fight against Munoz could have been a very similar situation to what happened to you with Bilal. I mean, you know, you had an injury, you pulled out of that. Yeah. But he ended up testing positive for COVID. Very recently
today?
Oh, was it? I was gonna say last few days. You know, he fought Munoz. He was already in Vegas getting ready to fly over to Abu Dhabi, and Munoz tested positive. He went back into another 5-week fight camp after that. Yeah. So, I mean, that potentially could have happened to you. Everything happens for a reason, man, you know?
Yeah, so after I had a fracture in my shin, and I took a little time off. I did what I needed to do, and I was in, like, Home Depot. We were redoing our bathroom, and Sean Shelby messaged my manager. Was like, Bilal, December or whatever. I was like, all right. I think it was earlier in December. I was like, give me 2 more weeks. My leg will be good. And so, like, I'm getting all hype. I'm getting ready to start camp. It was right before, like, 8 weeks. I went back, and they were like, listen, you're almost there. you're not there. But in my mind, I'm like, fuck, like I want this. You know, he just got ranked at 15. Now he was at 13. Right. And I was like, fuck, I want to do this. But I just renegotiated my contract. I'm like,
fuck, end up like Anderson Silva, bro. You did the right thing.
Yeah. Everyone's like, listen, just chill the fuck out. Yeah. We'll get back in there early in the year. And I already got something.
And boom, you're lined up.
And dude had COVID today. And I hope he's doing well and he gets better. But that would have been even worse, I think. You know, if I would have went through a whole camp, and potentially injured or got hurt in camp, you know.
It's demoralizing, you know.
Yeah, that's the worst. If I never really had I had a couple fights fall out, but for something like that to happen, like with you, like you get there, you think you're going to go fight, then you got to go home and train, and it's tough.
Local scene, like early scene, that shit happens. All the time.
Yeah, all the time.
I remember I was driving down to Atlantic City that day, and the government went on strike. Like, it happens often, actually. Every like summer, whatever, the government goes on strike for some shit.
Yeah.
So the commission closed. I'm like, you fuck. I saw.
So they scrapped everything.
I had to sell. I had to give everyone back their tickets.
That was the worst.
I was like, damn.
Yeah, it's cool selling a lot of tickets until you gotta give all the tickets. You gotta get all the money until you gotta exchange them again.
That's the worst.
We used to have like hundreds of like stacks of money, T-shirts, tickets, all at my parents' house, and she'd be helping me and losing tickets, finding tickets. It was madness. I'm happy.
That's
those
over
days.
with, right?
But I loved it. I tell all these younger guys, like, enjoy it.
Yeah,
it's so much fun, and it goes by fast.
It does. It does.
So,
how did you guys meet, Kristen?
My friend Casey.
Oh, hey, pull it up.
She said Sean doesn't have a personality.
Uh-oh.
This is true.
To make up for it, she said I have a friend.
Yeah, this is true. And
she thought you could bring it out in him.
Yeah.
All right.
I do have a personality. I do have it. I just have.
When you talk about fighting.
I have a resting bitch face.
There you go. That's
It's all right. And
it's a Philly face.
Yeah. But now she's been with me for a long time now. So when a lot of people told me this wasn't a career and now you weren't going to make money, and she stuck by me, so I'm a lucky guy.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So
King always needs his queen.
That's right.
And she busting her ass. She's a nurse. I'm doing my shit.
So you're on the front line, right?
Yeah.
And how was it? Crazy, this whole ordeal?
This summer wasn't bad.
But early on?
Early on was horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we had no PPE. Like, it was bad. We were wearing like the same gown like in every single room, and it was just a shit show. Like, we had the same mask for like a month.
Oh wow, jeez.
Yeah. But now it's better. Like, the summer people just came in like stomach pain, but now it's starting to get like respiratory again.
Oh really? Yeah.
But it's still not that bad. Like, our unit clerk, like every time that patients walk out, she's like, they're walking out again. Like, I would check like this, like we have like a 4-day deceased list, and there was like 11 people on every single time I looked, and I'm like, oh. Wow. Like, a lot of people that we called like frequent flyers, I'm like, oh, they're back. Well, they were dead.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
The beginning was scary, like, because
everybody.
I was still trying to, like, we didn't know, so like I was still going out training, and one day she was like, all right, like, can you, like, seriously, like, sat me down, was like, can you, like, just stop? And so my buddy Simon, I gave him his blue belt. So I had a rollout, like, Dollamore mat in my basement, and I was just whooping his ass, like, every day. But I looked at, I have a gym but when they did the lockdown, I didn't think I was going to be able to leave my house. So I bought a bike, like, I was, like, mapping out, like, the length of my driveway so I could run up and, like, I thought a lockdown was like you couldn't leave your house.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I thought it was.
I
And
like
it turned.
that's what it should have been.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. If it was,
I would have did it. Listen, if it was like,
for like
2
a real
weeks,
2 weeks, like a real one, yeah.
And then we'd be done.
Yeah.
But
Do you think we would be done though? Do you think?
no. But if it was like
if something could have worked like that,
yeah,
I get you.
I've been living my life the entire time. I'm
fuck
running. I'm doing all. I haven't changed much. You know?
me
So
neither.
I mean, I'm not gonna let someone tell me how to live my life.
No, I
I
can't.
think most Americans would have been fully committed to a real like lockdown. But it's the length of how long it can go on. I mean, we're at what 200 something days now,
It's
or
gonna be a year. Pretty soon.
yeah. So when did it start? February?
Yeah,
March,
early
March.
March.
Yeah.
So we're not that far off. You're right. We're creeping up on a year, but I think most of us could have taken it very seriously. It's like now nobody knows when it's going to end. Is it ever going to end? You know what I mean? So it's like,
people are getting vaccines. You know?
Yeah.
Do you have to get a vaccine?
I don't have to. We just had. I got an email yesterday, and it was like, make sure you sign up by the end of the day. I was like, sorry.
Yeah. And listen, I'm not. Like, there's definitely people getting sick. I know. Like actually now we've talked about it.
We know
I have
somebody,
one person that died now. From
well,
COVID.
Indirectly, we know
Indirectly,
that.
I don't really know him that well,
right.
but he worked in my house. He's a surf pro guy.
Yep.
And he, I guess, was 47, maybe a little
Was he
heavy,
heavier?
set, little
Yeah,
heavy
yeah.
set guy, from what I hear. And I mean, he got it and he died. I mean, it's fucked up.
Yeah.
But like, to make it seem what it is kind of crazy.
Yeah,
man.
I know a lot of people have had it now, and they're all like, my best friend had it.
That's what I'm saying. Most people I know that are like me, they're like, I had a runny nose. I'm like, that don't sound too bad. I hear like the vaccine sounds worse than the sickness.
Or we're completely asymptomatic.
Right,
Most of the people I know, either tested positive for having the antibodies in the system, or they had some symptoms, headaches, runny nose, whatever, and they recovered. But I actually do know a kid now that I'm actually pretty tight with, pretty close friends with, that's been in Jersey Shore trauma for like over a month now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's been on a ventilator. I hear he's doing better now, but his
Yeah.
oxygen count kept getting depleted. When they tried pulling his tube out, he would start gagging and stuff. And they've got him in, this makes no sense to me, but you're a nurse. They've got him in some bed that rotates or something, helps with his breathing.
That's because of the lungs, right?
Yeah,
I think because of the
Your
lungs.
whole nursing career, they teach you if someone can't breathe, sit 90 degrees.
Yep.
But now we're proning them.
Okay.
It means laying on your stomach. So it's so weird to be you can't breathe, but lay on your stomach.
Right.
And these people that are fat, you're lay on your stomach.
Yeah.
It's so awkward.
Yeah,
I don't know.
you hear it. Listen, we're nobody in this room knows anything about medicine really per se, but I hear the worst thing you can do is get put on a ventilator. Is there any truth to that?
That's what everyone keeps
Everybody
saying.
keeps saying that.
Most of our patients, I feel we put
You get pneumonia and then you start going downhill, they say.
So apparently we had the very first patient in Pennsylvania or Philly, I don't know, and she was on a ventilator, and it was 6 months, I think, or no, not 6 months, 4 months maybe. But she left, she's good, but after that they just started doing this high flow oxygen, and they tried their best not to intubate, keep them on the high flow, keep them proning. And
Is it high flow just with the nose tube things?
Yeah,
or?
so we have a mid flow and a high flow. I don't know. I'm a nurse, not
Okay.
a respiratory therapist,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I don't know all that. But it's different concentrations of thicker tubing and all this shit. But we only do mid flow. High flow is always in the ICU, and I think it's some certain machine. But it's crazy. That is better because everyone's doing better, and then they have that remdesivir, and they're
Right.
Yeah, 5 days of that. I mean, we have 90
Just doesn't seem to be a lot of
90-year-olds
rhyme.
going home.
Yeah.
You're all right then, bro.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
gonna be
okay.
all right.
No, but then it's weird because then you have 20-year-olds.
Right. That's what I'm saying. There's almost no rhyme or reason to it.
Listen, the 20-year-olds that we had, both were diabetic.
Yeah.
both
Well,
were
okay.
heavy.
That's
So it's
Well, and
Trump, 73 years
the people-
old, breezed through it like it was nothing.
Yeah.
You
And
know
I
what
hear
mean?
some people I know that got it a little more bad were super run down too. I think that matters.
Yeah.
How run down you are, how uncompromised your immune system is at the time.
Daniel had it. He was just I felt sore. He was
Yeah,
I felt like I
heard
did
that.
150 pull-ups.
Yeah, I heard that.
He was sore and he was fine. My best friend Simon just had it. He was sick, but he's fine now. He was at jiu-jitsu last night.
Right.
So it's just crazy that the whole entire world is shut down for this.
Right.
and-
You would think the theme, the common theme would be, be the epitome of health. Take care of yourself, eat right, exercise. But now it's all the fast food places are open and all the gyms are closed and sporting events are closed. Your kids can't now participate.
And Jersey, I'll tell you
Isn't
what,
it
Jersey's actually doing all right.
Are you guys
compared to
Philly's shut down?
Yeah,
right? Well,
Philly's shut down.
It's
New
supposed
York.
to be shut down.
Yeah,
Manhattan,
how
Manhattan.
are you guys?
We're still allowed 25% capacity indoors eating.
Yeah.
Right, the gyms are allowed to be open. He's shut down youth sports.
Yeah.
You know?
Philly's you can eat outdoors while you're indoors.
Indoors,
Yeah. That's the
What-
same here.
what
It's
is
the
the
same here,
sense? Yeah.
It's
I
silly.
don't get it. But
And here to 10 o'clock, you gotta stop.
What the fuck is it? It
10
goes to
o'clock,
sleep?
Does it go away?
yeah,
Come on.
yeah. It's crazy. But
Even weddings, right? Weddings have to shut down at 10. Who shows up? Everybody that's at a wedding are the same people. Let's say the wedding starts at 7, right?
Yeah.
Nobody extra shows up
Yeah.
at 10. It's the same people, but you have to shut it down at 10. What sense does that make? It makes no sense.
I feel like they're just we made all these crazy rules. Let's make something. If
Yeah.
the numbers are going bad, let's make something.
well, Wolf, our governor, he just got it. If your mask and your 6 feet and all
Works.
that shit works,
Right.
why the fuck did you just get
Right,
COVID?
right.
You know? And I know people personally are losing their businesses, and that's what drives me crazy.
Right.
Don't say all these people have to shut their shit down, and Walmart and
Yeah,
Lowe's,
right,
and you're
right.
fucking in Target, you're on top of each other.
yeah.
But a mom and pop store or a gym can't be open. Now now all these people are losing their shit. They've worked their entire lives for, and it sounds dramatic, but some of these people would probably rather be dead than lose these businesses.
I'll tell you what, they never had any shutdowns. These businesses would be hurting right now because people are scared to go out anyway. Yeah. So with that, on top of the shutdowns, you're just killing them.
You don't have a chance.
Yeah.
You know. So, yeah, I'm living my life. I'm training.
I've been too.
I'm not changing my shit.
Same. I wear it. Listen, I don't harass local businesses, managers, and things like that. It's not their fault. They're just. But I wear a mask where I absolutely have to. Yeah. And I live my life the rest of the time. And knock on wood, I've been completely healthy and haven't done anything special per se.
Yeah. Well, for me, like I run my dog in the woods. I mountain bike in the woods. Like. I've never seen so many people in the woods.
Oh, like, hiking is insane, bro.
If you would just take care of yourself and you didn't smoke all those cigarettes, but now, like, it's all these people who really don't take care of themselves and they're like, COVID, stay away. Yeah. Like, I'll be running. I'm not running with a fucking mask on.
No.
So, like, I'm running by these people and they're like,
I know. I was mountain biking.
Don't fucking come out here.
Putting their mask on.
Yeah, I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Come on.
We walked into a restaurant yesterday in upstate, up by where she lives, up by Cedar Grove. And we walked in, and the girl is behind the bar, actually, the girl that was sitting people. And we just walked up to the bar and said, hey, can we get a table for two? And there was a girl, maybe, that as far as Sean away, and she immediately puts her fork down, pulls her thing up over her face, because I guess we were too close to her. I was like, oh, my God, bro. Like, don't go out to eat then, you know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
Don't go out to eat.
If you're scared, no one's saying you can't quarantine, but let the rest of these people go out and live their lives and take their own chances.
I thought sick people quarantine, not healthy people.
Yeah. I ain't doing that shit.
No.
Only quarantine I'm doing is when the UFC makes me do it.
Exactly. And the only time I'm getting tested is when I have to too.
I felt sick like 3 weeks ago. I knew I didn't have it, but just for the sake of my training partners and shit, I went and got a 15-minute test.
Right.
I knew while I was driving back I didn't have it, so
that's the blood test, right? They say that's the most accurate. Not the swab. The swab.
Yeah, it was a swab. It was like swab? Okay. You have to like pay for it yourself. So that's most people.
Also do it yourself, so he's probably I swabbed people. You have to like really get up.
Yeah, you can just.
Well, they say it shows that shows the presence of, I forget exactly what it is, but it doesn't always mean that it's positive. You could have that in your system without, and I'm talking out my ass here. I'm not a medical, but it just.
I think it's something with like there's like. What's the word I'm looking for? I forget. I forget the rapid test that you got. It was like, I can't think.
Well, she got the test for the I was surprised between her working on the COVID floor and me training the way I do. Like, I swore she would at least had it at a point. Yeah. She never even had it.
Wow.
Well, from the antibodies, right?
Well, Jill never had. She was negative when she got tested, and her antibodies were positive. She was never sick.
So
I know someone that was positive, then got a negative, then got a test, had no antibodies.
Yeah, but what was their test? The swab?
Oh, I don't know.
Andrew, look that up. See what the swab test actually. Oh shit! Here, actually test for, and I believe it can be present and you not be symptomatic. That's why they say the blood test is more accurate. Here, I'll look it up.
But nobody's getting blood tests.
Yeah, we're not blood testing anybody. It's just for the antibodies.
Yeah.
But some people are testing positive for like 3 months. Because
I know, yeah. It can,
Yeah.
But I know, like, some people, obviously, like NFL, people are testing and playing the next week. So I'm sure they have to get a negative to play.
Yeah. Well, even like some fighters they've had guys test. The next week they're allowed to fight, but I guess obviously they're testing negative. Right.
Now, you fought during this.
Yeah, in August. And, right.
Right, you already after or before me?
I was after you. I think I was a couple weeks after you.
Okay,
I was the 29th of August.
Okay, you're a week after me.
Yeah. So I fought in Virginia, and when I was getting ready to fly out, this shit was just like starting. She was like, "Wear a mask." I was like, "I ain't wearing no fucking mask." And then we got back 2 weeks later. Probably not even like a week later. Boom! This shit happened.
So I flew to Vegas for the UFC in Vegas in March. It was like the last one. And when I flew back, some people wearing masks and shit already. I'm like, the fuck? And then that's when the NBA shut down. I'm like, what?
Dude, that's how you
That's
know.
when I was like, wow, this shit's for real.
They shut down sports, like real sports. It was like, all right, this shit's because it's money, you know. Right. You guys were losing all this money, but I mean, it's just like the flu. Listen, I don't know shit, but for me, it's like they didn't shut down the whole world for the flu. And people, how many people die from the flu every year?
Yo, heart disease. How about that?
700,000 people a year, roughly.
Heart disease?
Heart disease, yeah.
In the U.S., I think it's like 400
Right.
in the U.S.
Everybody knows, right?
Yeah.
You're not supposed to eat fast food every day. You're supposed to eat healthy, but they don't really enforce it. You're not supposed to smoke cigarettes. They put a little warning on the pack, and you can smoke cigarettes. Like, COVID comes along, and it is like the number one killer the world has ever seen, and it's really the numbers aren't there to support that.
You're not supposed to have more than like 60 grams of sugar a day. There's like 60 grams of sugar in one can of soda.
Right. Yeah.
I know dudes.
I think 25 grams of sugar.
Yeah, it's like 60 is like the absolute max. And these dudes are sucking down sodas and smoking cigarettes, but then they want to worry about COVID. Like, take care of your
miss.
Get
out of here.
I'll wear it when I wait until like the absolute last second. I walk up to she's like, "You're so stubborn." I'll put it on right before I get in, and once because I don't fucking want to wear it.
I'm outside. It's off.
Yeah.
It's off.
I'm not running outside. I'm not walking.
Way.
People are walking their dogs with it. I'm like,
who do you protect? You protecting the dog from COVID, or you from the dog? I don't know.
It's not happening. And like if I get it and I get sick, I'm most likely going to recover.
Yeah.
Right. If you're an odds guy, right? If you're just an odds number, it's 99.8% chance of a survival rate, right?
Yeah.
If you're healthy,
yeah.
you know what I mean. And I would take those odds over living in fear.
Yeah, for sure.
And giving up my life and giving up my livelihood and not being able to put food on the table for my kids. I'd take those odds all day. Those are really good odds.
I don't see it changing. It's going to be weird for a while. I don't see fights coming back with fans for a while.
Yeah, at least next probably 2022.
Yeah. Dana's just going to be like, fuck that. We're staying at the Apex, dog.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm cool with it.
Genius.
I'm not mad at it.
Genius.
I like it without the fans.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, oh, we want to come back. I'm like, stay away. I enjoyed it, man.
You feel more pressure when fans are there?
Yeah.
Really?
I just like it. Just your corner. Yeah. Him, his corner, you could hear shit so clear. Like I could hear everything my corner was saying.
Yeah.
It's just, it felt like,
I coach you.
yeah, it felt like you went to a gym, and it's like a hard, like you go to someone else's gym, and like, all right,
like
we're sparring, or like someone comes into your gym, and your coach is like, yo, fuck this guy up.
Right.
Not only can you hear your corner clearly, you can hear the other corner clearly too, right?
You can hear the commentators. Like
to me, I felt when I was fighting, it felt the same. Once the fists are flying, everything kind of felt the same.
Once you're fighting,
but when I walked out, and you're used to like, I'm just like, oh shit, there's no here. That felt weird as fuck.
And it's a short distance from the back of the Apex to the
it's like
your song plays. Your song plays for like 15 seconds, and you're fighting. But but coming out of Boston was fucking. Like I was looking around, I was like, holy shit!
Oh, you get that Irish love in Boston now?
They gave it to me. I was fighting court, so I got.
Okay.
I was coming out and. Court was right behind me, and all my boys were on top of the tunnel. And the shit they were saying in the court, I could hear it, and they were waiting for me to look up, and I was just looking ahead. The shit they were saying to this guy, I was like, oh my God. But that shit was.
We rolled deep to your fight in Boston. Big crew from down here came up, and they were the same thing, talking so much shit. I was probably the least
it's
shit
the most
talking.
ignorant shit, probably.
Yeah, it was Tommy Altieri. Bro, he literally threw me into a guy that was talking, hyping up BJ Penn and talking shit about you. Altieri literally just fucking threw me into the dude. I went bouncing off him. And
what's your favorite place where you fought so far? Like in. Like this, anywhere.
The Boardwalk Hall was pretty dope. Yeah, man,
How about outside the country?
Japan. I like Japan. It was weird because we fought in the middle of the day though.
Who'd you fight in Japan?
I fought Benson Henderson.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
It was like the middle of the day. I had to wake up like 6 a.m. and then get ready to go to fight. It was just that was weird. But Japan was dope as fuck. Like,
I heard that's how Abu Dhabi is. Like they got these guys waking up at like 3 a.m. You gotta be there. Like the card starts at 4 a.m. So I guess it's on our time.
Yeah, right.
That's just gotta be weird.
Yeah, but I was thinking it because my last fight was gonna be that. I was just gonna try to stay on this time.
Yeah,
because we're fighting this time anyway. But I heard they throw fucking like obligations at you. Like, dude, I was supposed to be sleeping at this time.
I was gonna say sleep is integrally important, right?
Yeah.
You're already flying to a completely different time zone, especially when you go to like Abu
Plus
Dhabi.
Plus, cut weight. I mean, cutting weight just makes sleep.
That's what I'm like.
How do you
fly and cut weight?
Yeah. How much time do you need over there to acclimate so that you can? I mean, if you're getting
they're taking about 10 days, right? I think 10.
Can you acclimate to that and that?
They
time?
say I think what is it 9 hour? I think it's 9 hours.
There's no way I could wake up at 3 in the morning.
9 hour
and go
time
fight.
difference. And I think they say every hour of time difference, you should go a day early.
I know,
You know what I mean?
when Jonathan fought in Australia, he got out there like I think a week before, and he said he felt like shit.
Oh, hell yeah.
Felt like that's like the other side of the fucking.
Dude, that's got to
He
be
said
crazy.
he felt like shit. But even Paul, when he fought in Abu Dhabi, he bought himself like a first class ticket. Like went out I think he went out early just so he could get used to that, you know. Which you got there a week early, that might not. That's not enough time.
When I went to Japan, I think I went like 12 days early.
Yeah.
I went to Abu Dhabi 10 days early.
You got to get out there and
even Philippines. I fought Philippines too, and Korea. Yeah.
Yeah, that's. How many times did you fight Benson? Twice.
Twice.
Right?
Yeah.
I think I'm pretty sure I thought you won both of those.
I'm
fights.
pretty sure everybody thought the same thing. Yeah.
The first one was pretty tight. I mean, he hit me with a good up kick.
Yeah,
I dominated the round, and I got hit with
yeah.
up kick in the last second.
The second one,
First one,
the second one, I think I dominated.
You were
him,
you were the champ for the first one.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You're supposed to definitively beat the champ. I don't feel like you did that.
Yeah.
You know.
No, I mean he fucked my nose up.
Yeah, he definitely did.
That
Yeah,
up
it was
kick.
an up kick.
Yeah, well, what happened? No, I fucked my nose up. I got hit with the up kick. I was fine, you know. I had a little concussion and shit.
Yeah.
I broke my nose, obviously, and I think I was trying to blow my nose, and I blew out a
blew
fucking
your
blood vessel, and dude, my nose bled for literally like a month.
Yeah.
I had to get.
He was
fucking
a
bunch of
big.
shit.
He was a big
Bro.
He's a
fighter
big
too.
boy, yeah.
Fucking legs were
Big
big.
legs.
He
yeah.
was.
And what were you cutting like?
He looked like Jesus
Nothing.
Christ.
I'd eat breakfast day away.
You probably walk around like
I'm
55.
like 55, yeah,
so
pretty much.
that's
yeah.
crazy. Then you got guys cutting down from like 85.
Yeah, he was big, dude. He cut a lot of weight. He probably, I mean, fight night, he probably weighed 80.
He's fighting 70 now in Bellator.
He's not doing great up there now.
Nah,
he's
not.
definitely 55, I think. You know, he has the size. He has like the thickness, but I feel like his frame is
your
is a
size.
55er.
Like you can be big, but there's just a different strength.
Yeah,
like some guys, like bigger guys, like there's just a natural strength you have to fight at that like that upper weight class.
What do you walk around at?
Now like I try to stay under 200. Like I used to after fights like
This guy don't. I told him like,
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, these guys cut 20.
I'm like
30 pounds
I'm
seems like a lot. But
I'm
you're
like
right,
90,
man.
96.
Yeah.
But fight week, I only get down to 89, and I cut 20 pounds of water in that week.
do you really?
Yeah.
Wow, I get
Bro.
close.
Because I'm like at 190, I'm like 4% body fat.
wow.
So like
So you're all water.
Yeah, it's all and it comes off easy because
Really?
the guys see
Yeah,
like guys
people-
like Yoel, they're like, how the fuck does he make weight?
People with more
It's
muscles
all
hold more
muscle.
water.
So I just once I start like doing my water
Right.
cut, that shit comes off me. But
Yeah.
I'm 93 when I go back and fight. They weighed me right before.
Wait, 93 when you fight?
Yeah.
Damn.
They weighed me in the lobby at the hotel. They were like, get on the scale. And I had all my shit on like before I was going. I was like, I'm taking all this shit off. You're not weighing me at all. And I was 93 in my boxers before going to
Damn.
So and that's no IVs. Like you know,
Yeah.
IVs used to put that, but they give you so much time now.
Yeah, nah,
But
true.
that's why like I walk around like 92 most of my camp, and that's where I get back to 92, 93.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm not a smaller, not a small 70.
Nah. Is it tough? Is it tough to make it or?
No, the water it is like it just I drink
It
like
sucks. Yeah,
I drink
no.
like fucking 2 gallons of water a day like already. So once I cut out the water, like when I can only drink a gallon, I'm like fuck, like, this isn't enough water. So that's probably like the only thing that sucks.
You
but-
drink 2 gallons even now?
Yeah.
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
You're not pissing all the time? Your body's just
I'm
used
pit-
to it?
No, I pulled over the car while I was driving here
Yeah.
and took a piss in the bottle.
Wait, you pulled over and pissed in a bottle?
Yeah.
Why not just piss on the side of the road?
I peed on the side of the road. Oh, I had a bottle with me in case I had to.
Yeah, I was gonna say you
But,
could bottle for the car.
But I train so much, so like I'm fucking sweating all the
Yeah,
time, so
yeah.
I'm drinking so much fucking water,
Yeah.
you know. But
Bro, so I'm into mountain biking.
what kind of mountain bike you got?
I got to specialize. Stump jumper.
That's what I got. Yeah. Where do you go?
I've been Allaire, which is right
Okay.
here, and I went Hartshorn.
Okay, it's sketchy, but it's fun.
That's why I love it, man.
Yeah,
That's why I
I,
love it.
Clip in? They
No,
say that's
I
the
don't
sketchy.
clip in either, bro. I don't clip
So
in.
I
My
bought
feet saved me, I feel like.
Yeah. I bought a road. I grew up riding dirt bikes and shit like that.
Okay,
so
so you could
I
put nice
love
with it,
that,
yeah.
but that's a little too dangerous for me to do right
Yeah,
now. You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
so I was like, I need something else. So I bought a road bike, and I was cycling, and I was like, it's all right. Like where I live at, there's not many bike lanes, so like for me to do like 50, 60 miles. I'm doing the same shit.
boring, right?
A dude who got me into it, he was selling he had a brand like 2019 Stump Jumper. He was updating. He was getting he was trying to go all carbon. So he was trying to get like a newer bike, all carbon, and his was like it's an entry level. It's full suspension, but I think it was like $3,500 brand new. He sold it to me, and now like obsessed with
Yeah,
it. Bro,
dude,
some of these
fun.
bikes are like 12 grand.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm looking
they
at
are.
her.
I
I'm looking
know,
at bikes.
I know.
I'm looking at her. Bro. But it's so fun. Like,
It is fun.
I'm addicted to it.
I don't get. I do it when I have fight. You do it during your camps?
So 3 weeks before my last fight, I was out in the woods and by myself, and I went over I'm jumping shit, getting a little sketchy. I locked up my front handlebars. I went over my bars. Like I hit the ground pretty hard. I checked myself. I was like, all right. I rode back my bike, super calm, put it in the shed. Didn't look at it until after the fight, but it can get sketchy. But no, I'm not going to ride like close to the fight anymore. It's
once I get a fight booked, I'm like, I'll wait.
I was supposed to go to Mountain Creek or something like that.
Yeah.
But right after my fight, I had that fracture in my shin, so I couldn't go.
We got to get up, man. I love to get out there.
It's fun, man.
It's a blast, bro.
It's super fun, and it's definitely like it gets that like adrenaline itch I need. Because I used to like ride dirt bikes, quads. Like I love that. I'd ride a motorcycle if people weren't fucking assholes, I ain't trying to get hurt. So that does the little adrenaline I need.
Cody's big into
he's cycling
street
road
bike.
bike,
Road bike.
That shit like.
I think where he lives though, it's probably better.
I was gonna say
hills and
the
stuff.
the weather. You're not
views,
freezing your ass off.
It's cold as shit at 5, 6 in the morning, and you have to have time.
Right.
You can't like do a 1 hour ride.
Mountain biking, you can.
You can.
Because it's fucking hard. You're using your upper body like I do. When I wear the Whoop on mountain bike, I burn calories like crazy.
Yeah, I think
but on a road bike, I don't burn as much.
Yeah, my average ride, like when I'm out on a mountain bike, is like 1,500 calories.
Wow.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
And like to cycle, it's like right around 300 calories an hour.
Yeah.
So you have to be out there for a while
Right.
to get like a good ride in. But I did you stop wearing it? Eddie told me you stopped wearing it.
I stopped. I put it back on.
Yeah, I get annoyed sometimes. Like sometimes I'm just like, my recovery will be weird.
I don't listen to it.
Yeah,
that's my thing. I don't listen. That's why the fuck I'm wearing it. If it tells me, oh, you recovered 10%, you only do this much. Like the fuck out of here.
Or like it'll pick up like a weird activity. Like we'll be sitting here talking, and it'll say I have like a 12 strain, but then like sparring will be like a 9 or some shit.
I know.
I kind of just use it just to kind of gauge shit.
Just keeps me. To me, it keeps me accountable for sleep too, especially.
Yeah, I like it for my sleep. Yeah, it's good.
We just lost 20 followers on live stream. Can you put that shoe down?
Yeah.
The hell is that?
But it's my house shoes, bro.
Is that his house?
It's my house shoes, bro. You got Michael Jackson zipper shoes. What the fuck you talking about?
These are Giuseppe Zunati's, buddy. These are Italian made. These are nice.
Italian.
This
guy.
You ride with your kid, right? With your kids, dirt bikes and quads, or just quads?
He has a dirt bike. I have a quad.
Right.
Yeah, we ride. We don't ride much. There's really fucking nowhere to go around here, so it's kind of tough.
I
and
saw
I
you
hate
the
taking
other day. I
places.
think you rode the power lines, right?
I tried taking
right
Tino,
off Church Road?
But right off.
How far are the Pine Bearings from here?
They're close. Yeah, they're.
That was like a big
Barnegat,
spot,
right? Barnegat.
Yeah, I think that's Tuckerton's about where they start. I
right.
guess where
it gets sketchy though. It's you take one, especially on like a dirt bike. You fall.
Dude.
It's
a quad too. A quad's fuck that shit falls on you, man. You're in
if you
trouble.
roll the quad, you're
Yeah.
gonna.
Yeah,
you're
I
gonna
mean they're a little more
fucked up.
stable, but
if you roll that shit, you're getting hurt.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
But my one son loves riding dirt bike. I got him like a SSR.
Yeah,
It's like a 110.
Yeah,
like a pit bike.
I got one of those.
Yeah.
Cheap for the money, you can't beat it.
Yeah,
you
but
know?
it's fucking dude. Like he said, we ride by the line. He falls, the fucking the clutch, the brake bends, the fucking thing breaks so easy.
You gotta have a little bit of money to like be in it. It's
and
an
I'm
expensive
not
sport.
mechanically inclined whatsoever. So
you got going to the shop. Like it's expensive. Even like mountain biking.
Yeah,
I take my bike to the shop. You fall.
Yeah,
you bend your gears in the back. You gotta take it to the shop. I tried to fuck with it once.
And
fucked
you
everything. I'm like,
up.
take it, fix it, and I'm done.
Yeah.
So I don't fuck with it anymore.
Yeah, Roger's nasty on a street bike.
Yeah.
I'm an old man now. I used to be back in the day. It was kind of my passion. You guys are,
Yeah.
MMA guys. You were, started out with that pedigree. I grew up in a tiny little town where we didn't have it, but when I was, 16, 17 years old, I had a couple friends that got crotch rockets, and I remember I was at the 4th of July parade in my little town, and they rode by, and I was just like, they look so cool. And
Were they part of that parade?
No, they just ride through, but they just look so cool. I was like, and they were riding like katanas back in the day. And I was like, I got one. So I bought a GSX-R 600, and then I fell in love with street bikes. But yeah, and then I got kind of into the stunt world. It was decent. I was like a guy, even in your sport, there are naturally gifted people, and there are guys that just work really hard at it. You
worked really hard.
I worked really hard at it, and I crashed a lot, but I loved it. You know what I mean? And I was never an elite, but I loved it. I would try it.
Yeah.
I usually just eat shit trying it, But I loved it.
Do you still
There's just no
ride?
money. I still ride. I have a Harley now.
Okay.
I just traded my KTM. I didn't trade it. I sold it and bought a Harley Road Glide.
So
which
I
love.
A little more relaxed.
Yeah,
you know?
well, it can't do. It just can't do what you can do.
Yeah,
And if you
yeah.
can't do it, then you're not inclined to
Yeah.
try it, you know? So,
Yeah.
but I got up to 120 this weekend.
On the bike?
That's wide
Wow.
open, wind at my back going downhill, all that thing would do. 120, yeah.
That's scary though.
Not really.
That's fair.
Nah,
No.
I mean,
I was riding with
on
a group
on a
of like...
sport bike, you fucking.
Yeah, you probably get.
I've been on 160 on that thing probably.
I think
Right.
the fastest I ever was
140,
was on my
160?
KTM. I think about $1.72 or something like
That's
that.
crazy.
I think I did 140, 160 back in the day.
Yeah, I always wanted one, like a street bike, like a Gixxer or a CBR,
Yeah.
but
I had a CBR back in like when I was like your age,
Yeah.
27, 28.
That's when we rode.
Yeah.
When we first started riding, yeah.
yeah, they're
But I got a I won the Harley for the Tough Show.
Oh, did
so I
ya?
still have that. I
Yeah.
fuck around with it once
That
in a while.
helmet actually was the helmet I was wearing riding home from. It's all beat to shit, but yeah, I crashed in front of Frankie one time. Really, a good crash.
Really?
That was a good one. Yeah.
Crashed, smacked his head. I fucking almost hit him. He was riding a 12 o'clock wheelie and I'm his lights.
Oh,
He
shit.
fucking crashes. Boom. I remember seeing him like literally bang, his head fucking smash. I'm like, I pull over before I could fucking get off my bike. He's already up, picking the bike up. We gotta put this in the trees. Put this in the trees. I'm like, bro, fucking, you're fucked up. Bro, what are you doing?
Did you have all your leather on and shit?
No,
though?
no. We just came from training. We came from the
Yeah,
barn. But
yeah.
I listen. I was embarrassed, and I didn't want to look like a fucking little bitch in front of Frankie
Yeah.
Egger. So
Yeah,
I
but he-
jumped
yeah,
right
yeah.
up and like
He's
picked the bike up. And
He yanked the bike up.
I knew I had a
It's
broken
fucking
collarbone.
yeah.
I knew immediately it was
Yeah.
broken. But again, I didn't want to look like a bitch, and I didn't want to
Yeah.
get busted by the cops. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I was like, "Yo, call somebody, call somebody.
Yeah.
Get this thing in the back of the truck." And then he
How did
dropped, he dropped me
three of
off at
us
my
take
house,
for-
and I drove myself to the hospital. I spent the night, well, not most of the night in the hospital. I had a broken clavicle, but I knew I did immediately because I couldn't pick the bike up with that arm. I had to pick it up with the other one. You know.
Yeah. Damn.
So yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna stay off the
stay
off
off
the
the-
two.
Listen, if
I'll
I
stick
was
to- I'll
riding
stick to
normal,
mountain
that
bike.
never would have happened. I was riding like a
Yeah.
total asshole,
Yeah.
pushing the limits of what I could do. And
But a mountain bike gives you that like I said.
Yeah.
I like things that force me to be in the moment. Like fighting forces you to be in the
Yeah,
moment.
yeah.
The being on a bike forces you to be in the moment.
Especially
you know?
like when you're going downhill and like some tech shit, like with rocks. Like
Yeah.
either you're in it or you're gonna
Yeah.
get fucked up.
Yeah, yeah.
I've had some sketchy shit like on
Hell
the
yeah.
mountain bike. I'm like, all right, I need to relax. Like I've
Yeah.
seen people fall. A lot of people they break their collarbones.
Yeah,
just
'cause
going
boom,
going
over
over the
top. Yeah,
bar and
yeah.
they just, I'm like,
Yeah.
ain't
I feel like I know how to fall good. That's the one thing.
Shoulder
you know?
roll into
Yeah,
it.
always.
Yeah.
Don't try to stop the fall. Let it take you.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
I'm trying not to fall, so I'm trying to stay safe.
Shit. So you have anything coming up that you can share? I know I believe you signed something, right? And,
UFC 259.
259.
March,
that's
right?
March what?
March 6th.
6th.
So first pay per view. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to be on the pay per view, but
Yeah.
I'll probably hopefully get a good spot on the.
Honestly,
on the prelims.
believe it or not, I think when you're on a pay per view and you're on ESPN, that's better
It's better
because
yeah.
everyone's watching. No one has to pay for it. It's on
Yeah.
TV.
Yeah, and
You
they put some good shit before my last fight. Like Dana did like the if you don't know that blew me up before my fight, and then I got the finish and I got the performance.
Yeah.
So I think they'll put me in a good spot.
Yeah.
And like I said, I've renegotiated my contract and it seems like they like me a little bit.
Yeah,
so
nice.
yeah.
you obviously, most guys say I'm just focused on my next fight, but obviously the goal is to be ranked. Everybody wants to be ranked. You
Yeah.
got anybody on the radar you want to call out or?
Well, me and Bilal were supposed to have that fight.
Yeah.
So
Everybody wants to see that. Of
I got
course.
Jake
Okay.
first, but I want to be like now 2000 like 21. Like I had to get in the rankings, and I think I will, and I think by the end of this year I'll be getting closer to a belt and fighting some of these big guys, these
Let's
big
go.
names.
Let's go.
I wanted to fight Robbie.
I saw that. Yep.
I think they're saving Robbie for something else. But any of these big names that are ranked,
Lawler?
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I wanted Robbie. I just want anyone in the top 15.
Yeah,
Any of those bigger names. But
Yeah.
Jake's a really good,
Yeah.
tough guy,
Yeah.
so I gotta get through him first.
That's it.
So I'm gonna take that, and then after just try to keep it going.
Hell
Get
yeah,
another
man.
performance of the night or fight of the night. You can get that bike you're talking about, man.
Yeah.
Listen,
I'll-
don't have to ask for permission.
I was
if
trying
you
to
get it.
trying to justify it, and I was like, the bike. I think it was like $8,000. The bike
Yeah,
I was
bro.
in. I was like, I just got a WRX at stick shift, so that does the little that gets some
That gets the
adrenaline,
juices flowing, right?
yeah.
Okay.
So I'm getting it everywhere.
drift
So,
machine,
yeah,
yeah.
they're fun. But yeah, we have to get out on the bikes.
Yeah, dude, I love
It's cold as shit.
Where do you ride in PA?
So I have Penny Pack right by my house. Like I run those trails, and we have like decent trails. But Wissahickon Park is like pretty well known. They got some good shit. So
all right, yeah, I'll definitely make the trip, man.
Yeah,
great.
We'll have to maybe we'll train, and then we'll fucking
that'd be cool.
Me, you, Eddie.
We're
a little bit out of your weight class, but
yeah, it's all right. It's all right. I'm used to Eddie a little bit. He's nice to me.
You guys were partners forever, right?
Yeah, for the longest time. Yeah. When I was the lightweight champion in UFC, he was lightweight champion in Bellator, and we trained all the time. Yeah,
yeah, he's got something coming up, right?
Yeah, I believe he does. And end of February, I think. Yeah,
all of us will be getting after.
Yeah, hell yeah,
man. I appreciate you guys having me on.
Nah, man, thanks for coming on, man.
Yeah,
it was a pleasure. Where can everybody find you?
Sean Brady MMA on pretty much everything. I'm not too big on anything besides Instagram. So
same. I can only I'm like tunnel vision. I can only really focus or put my concerted effort into one thing. So I'm pretty much just Instagram. Yeah. I'm on other stuff. Yeah. I just got on Parler, but I haven't really
Parler.
Parler. He hates my main accent. I got on Parler. And
I think I heard about that.
I'm from Maine, so yeah.
It's kind of like a Facebook thing, right?
Well, it's kind of the conservative, I guess, social media site where you can pretty much say what you want, not worry about getting, banned or shadow banned or.
Yeah.
How many people were at that parade in Maine?
With the bikes back in the day? Oh, bro, it was like people just fucking throw a ribbon on their personal vehicle and drive it through town. I mean, that's pretty much all it was, bro. You know what I mean?
Nothing too crazy.
Yeah. No, my dad had an oil company up there, and like if he got a new truck that year, it would be in the parade. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, I took one of my friends up there years ago. This is, God, I don't know, 15, 20 years ago. And, I mean, you got to remember, a small town living. But they used to have this bridge in Sullivan, Maine, which is a couple towns before you get to mine. And it was basically a one-lane bridge. It wasn't. It was 2 lanes. But if there was a big truck coming across, you couldn't fit.
Yeah.
They used to call it the singing bridge because if the winds were blowing real hard. Well, anyway, they replaced it. And I took my buddy up there. I didn't know they replaced it. Yeah. And it was like 11 o'clock at night. We're getting ready to go across it. And there's this big sign that said, Bridge Grand Opening Parade tomorrow at like noon. And this guy was like, bro, you guys fucking celebrate bridge openings up here? And the bridge is like maybe like 200 yards long. It's like, it's like a tenth of the side of the Seaside Bridge. And I was like, yeah, they don't have a lot to do.
How'd you get the jersey?
I mean, I'll give you the convoluted story. My mother's originally from Glen Rock, up north. My parents divorced. My mom moved back here. My sister followed her down shortly after and had a kid. So I came down to visit my niece, basically, and, I was 21 at the time. Okay. Girls, basically, I guess. I went to Seaside and a lot of T&A over there. I even went to Philly one time.
He was sick of staring at the sheep up in fucking Maine.
Yeah. So, basically, and everybody always thought I would end up going back, and that's 23 years ago. I'm still here, so. Yep.
East Coast?
Yeah,
East Coast,
my man. So, I don't know. Jersey's my home. I feel like it's my home now.
What's a nor'easter?
It's the way the winds travel.
No, but like, wait. A downeaster. What's a downeaster? You said it to me the other day.
Downeasters are what they call my general region, like Washington, Hancock County, Maine. So
you ever hear that song by Billy Joel?
Downeaster Alexa.
Yeah.
That's the name of the boat. Was the Downeaster Alexa?
Okay.
That was about the play.
I know that. You listen to that song?
Nah.
Yo, I tell you, that shit'll fire. I don't
know
what the fuck it's
Frankie
about.
Cries.
No, it fires you up, bro.
Billy Joel down.
Do you want to sing a few bars? Downeaster Alexa.
Downeaster Alexa.
About the plight of the fishermen.
I don't know why it fucking amps you up. It's like playing a Rocky movie or something. No.
He's amazing. You ever seen him live? I never have, but I would love to go see him live. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to listen to it on the way home.
Downeaster Alexa, but that's out of Mass. I think it's out of Cape. That's not out of Maine.
Where is he from, Billy Joel? I thought he's from Long Island.
He is, but he got synced up with the fishermen, and they were going through some tough times. Anyway, Sean, you gotta sign the board before you leave, brother. It was so good to have you in. Anything we're forgetting? Anything you want to talk about? Plug.
I appreciate you guys having me on.
Yeah, when you get your little title, let's come back. Before that, though, we get ready for this.
Maybe me and Eddie should come back.
Yeah, definitely. Maybe we'll have some drinks too. We'll do it after the fight. We'll do it after all our fights. All right, bet.
Let's do it. Cool. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, man. Pleasure. Thank you both for coming on.
Yeah,
thank you guys.
Kristen, thank you.
Don't forget, share, like, subscribe, guys, and follow Sean Brady.
That was fun. I'm sweating.